That's it? Okay. Welcome to What's New. We have a special this afternoon, so we will let Iris take over and introduce. This is Martha Riesing, Iris Vincent, and Marianne Roth, and this is Welcome to What's New.
Okay, today we have a really special guest, Don Pritchard and Linda, his wife. And Don's going to tell us why he got on whatever he wants to talk about the radio and TV. He's involved in so much, so you can just talk about whatever you want.
Do you all want to take a seat?
Okay.
Well, it's good to be here.
Well, good. We're glad you got out of bed and came.
Literally, that's exactly right.
I know. I feel so bad, but thank you so much.
Literally, my hours are such that, yeah. Well, anyway, like I said, it's good to be here. We spent a lot of time here over the years in this building. Since 1995 is when we actually operated as a separate channel. And I became the manager, second manager. And 25 years, a long time, but boy, there's a lot of progress been made over those years by a lot of volunteers, a lot of board members, a lot of people who did a lot of work. And I recognize that. But, it's been a joy. It gave me a chance to be a little creative, a little more creative than I could be on the radio, because of obviously you have the video medium as well as the audio. And so it was a lot of fun. In the early years, it was very simple, one camera setup. We just go out and video things, the events in the community. And I brought Linda along because she was the host of a couple of programs of Evening in the Park that were organized, and she would stand up there and interview people like, some of you do.
It's been so long, I don't remember.
I joined the group.
You know, the musicians, Gene was one of them, Gene Oberly. Yeah. So, that was a lot of fun. So I tried to, she got involved in a little bit. She would assist me. Sometimes my kids would be involved. I know we had a kid show for a while.
Oh, how cool.
That my young children.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It was silly. But
Well,
we had
natural.
quite a following among the children in the community, and we didn't really have anything for kids, so I thought it might be good to have something for kids.
And that'd be something now even to have. Be neat. Teach them different things.
So,
Well, I don't know how much it taught them. I mean, it was just, cartoons and silly little games and that type of thing.
yeah, do you remember that game they used to play? They used to play a game where we put one of the cameras up at the front door, pointing out across to Goose's. Because back then, Goose's Amico was in business.
Still working.
and the guests, and we would get a caller on the line and put them on the air, and they were supposed to guess what color the next car coming by the window would be.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
And we got pretty popular. There was a lot of kids calling in to participate. And we had a great prize. We gave them a lifetime supply of air.
That was wonderful. How creative.
So that was one of the fun things that we did. We've done, I've done so many other things. We've used to video fires and those kinds of things. I can remember several building fires that we videoed back in the early days.
That's neat.
And things like that. But it was hard. I guess that the big thing was right after we got started, within a couple of years, was the construction of the new levee. And Joan Eidman and George Davis too, supplied video from that. I don't know if anybody remembers those pile drivers. You can hear them all over town.
Yeah.
Yes.
When they were driving the piles for the North Gate.
Right.
And that was something you hear that wham, wham, wham.
Yeah.
But I can remember, we still have lots of video of that flood, the levee construction downstairs.
Oh, really?
That Joan and George did.
That'd be kind of cool for Charlie to show sometime.
Yeah. Well, the trouble is, it's hours and hours and hours in length.
Okay.
And so we'd have to edit it down to the highlights, and, it
Yeah, that would take a while.
Or like 6 weeks, an hour at a time or something like that?
Well, we did, we have been showing parts of it. We showed the first time that the pump station was put in operation. It was large pumps they have down there at the center point in the levee. The first time Joan went out there and videoed that and narrated that video. And it was very interesting to see that again.
Yeah, I bet, yeah.
And
That was a
some of the other things.
interesting flood.
We've
A
done
horrible
air
flood,
shows.
but it was very
Yeah.
I don't
interesting.
want to see it again.
No, you were living in it, yeah, you were living in it,
The
yeah.
folks at the airport will put on the air show every Jurtafed.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if they do that, we'll do that again or not.
I
But,
wish they would.
I
It
went
was
up that
neat.
video. We had to haul those big cameras along. I know Sue will remember hauling these huge cameras. They got heavy.
Probably bigger than her.
They got pretty heavy, and we found that we went through the batteries pretty quick, because the batteries that came with the cameras just didn't sustain a long video. So we've got these belt pack cameras that are batteries that were about this size. What you'd put in a burglar alarm, kind of a battery, or a UPS battery. And we put that on a belt on our side and carried that hooked up. So it was pretty primitive.
Yeah, it sure has came a long way.
Oh, yes. I know, our first automation unit, we talk about automation, and it has created what we call 24/7 videoing, videos. We can show videos 24/7. But my first automation unit was my hand.
Oh,
Yeah, I would play a program, and when it was over, I'd take it out and put another one in. Because we had one VHS playback machine to use, so it got a little funny. But like I said, it's been a long time. Today, we are pretty much state-of-the-art, thanks to the board for their foresight in seeing what was coming, because it really is something to see what we've done now. A 24/7 operation on 2 channels, and it really, now it doesn't mean we don't have problems. but I know Charles will do his best to resolve issues as they come up. But all I can do is I would like to thank our present board and all the previous boards for their help in working with me and putting up with me on occasion, and maybe more than one occasion. But like I said, it has been a joy. I kind of fell into it accidentally when I got here, and they needed a manager, and they said, well, you know radio, so you must know TV too. Okay, so, but it started off slow, and
and you learned as you went.
really it was, yeah, learning as I go, because it took a while, obviously, to learn all the ins and outs of TV, and I don't know them all yet. I think the biggest challenge for me was when we went to digital, and we're using computers now, and I'm just not computer literate.
Join the crowd.
I'm happy using the old analog stuff, that works fine, I can understand it, but sometimes that's why Charles is here. He handles those higher levels of IT that I just can't do. Linda's had to put up with a lot, me being gone, every meeting night, and maybe she can comment a little bit about what's it been like.
Well, I remember back during the time that it wasn't automated, he'd be out odd hours going over to the station to put another tape in.
Yes.
But like we said, we've had our children involved in it. Probably the most infamous thing in our family is the 1995 Halloween carnival at the elementary school.
Oh, my.
Oh, yeah. As we've kind of added new people to the family, we have to show them that particular video because a couple of our daughters were in it, and it's there are a couple of cute parts in there. Our daughter Stephanie was I guess she's the master of ceremonies, I guess. And she decided she wanted to play one of the games. And so her younger sister was holding the microphone for her, and she said, I want to be the spokesman's person. And then she thinks about it, and she says, nah.
Well, and that same incident, Stephanie handed the microphone to some kid she knew, and while she was shooting the baskets, it's one of those basket games, try to get as many baskets as you can. And the boys sitting there going, went to Julie and said, your sister gave me this, I don't want to hold this.
That's how she ended up with it.
So it was really, really funny, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So Don, you might want to tell the people why you're talking about all this. Is it retirement?
Well, in a sense it is. I figure after 25 years it's retirement, it's resignation, whatever, it's leaving. The things were starting to pile up on me, because I was putting in, long hours here.
Right.
Especially the meetings. Though Charles has really been, when he came on board, really helped a lot in some of the outside stuff. I still handled all the city meetings while he did anything that was outside the building, because my mobility is not what it used to be.
You're not cooperating.
Yeah, and just, even with that, I put in a minimum of 15 hours a week, and most weeks more than that. And so, on top of the 48 hours I was working at the radio station, it just got to be much.
That's a lot of hours.
I figured
for
I'm
that
turning
many
70.
years.
I'm 70 now. I should just relax a little
You're
bit.
young.
Time to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, maybe slow down. It's not that I don't like it, not that I could, but if I could have just gone on, but I thought the time was right to
Slow down.
ease off a little bit. It doesn't reflect anything on my feelings toward the board or to Charles or anything, because they're great people, and I enjoyed my work here over the 25 years. I have no complaints except directed at myself. I wish I could have done a little better, done a little more, but life is what it is.
That's right, and that's human nature. We always look back and think, I wish I would have did this, or I wish I would have done that.
One of the things I do have to clear up, there's a lot of folks who did not read my statement I made on Facebook very accurately. They think I resigned from everything.
Oh,
That I'm just sitting home with my feet up. No. I'm still putting in that 48 hours at the radio station, and that'll continue until I can't do it, I guess.
right.
So
So can you do that from your home part of it?
not yet.
Not yet.
I would like to. But no, we don't have a studio.
So you go up to the hill every
And I'm
day?
the only one that's up there. Oh, I shouldn't tell people that. Maybe.
Uh-oh.
Did you hear that?
Somebody who wishes me ill might come up. No, I keep the door locked. I usually get in about midnight and work till about 8 o'clock. Well, which really makes a problem when someone leaves a message on the answering machine. I'm sure they don't want me to call them at midnight. So that's a little.
Yeah, you gotta make a lot of notes, huh?
I do a lot of emails back and forth
Yeah.
on scheduling. But I still do my focus interviews. I
Yes.
usually do them between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Or later, if someone can't do that, I'll
Right.
come in for them.
Yeah, somebody was saying that, I think, did you do Jason and Ashley? Did you interview them? That bed and breakfast, the beauty shop?
I don't think I have.
No. Somebody told me they had at 7 o'clock, they had an interview. I went, oh my gosh.
Honestly, I don't remember. That's another
Okay.
thing you start losing.
You do so many, you forget what
Yeah,
you've done.
well, yeah, your
Well,
mind
just
gets
today I
overloaded,
talked
yeah.
to Trish Ersfeld from Perryville about the Charles Lindbergh Memorial they're putting up.
Oh.
Charles Lindbergh flew into the seminary picnic grounds down there
Oh, did
in
he?
1923
In 23, oh my goodness.
and made several visits and had friends down there.
Oh,
So.
yeah, my aunts were some of his friends.
Oh, really?
My dad's sisters, yes.
So that was kind of neat.
Yeah.
And, so I'm doing the focus interviews. But, so that'll continue, folks. I'm not disappearing entirely. This won't be as visible. And I'm gonna miss coming to City Hall. There's some good people here at City Hall.
Yes, there is.
Especially Sue Schwai. She has been most helpful, and always nice, even though sometimes I was less than nice. Because I'd be upset about something, and she was always so sweet and so helpful, and had a great relationship with a lot of city managers. I'm trying to think when we started, was it Gary Edwards?
Gary, Dave Anger?
Hmm?
Were you there with Dave Anger?
When I first arrived,
You know
but I
what, that
don't
was a
think,
93 flood.
yes.
So it was
When
right
when I first arrived, Dave Anger was the city manager, but I don't think we did the TV station.
No, I don't think so.
Until
It
Gary
after that.
was in.
Yeah, Gary.
There have been some who didn't like us as much. And we had issues, but I'll tell you, you've got a great city administrator right now. I think the world of happy. I think he's a real fine.
He's a happy person.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was on our show when he first came here.
Yeah,
He
so
was very, very
you know,
nice. Yeah.
I think the future looks bright for SteGenTV. I know that eventually the cable system will probably decide that it's not worth keeping the cable system up, and you'll have to go to YouTube only and maybe some live YouTube, something of that sort. But I'm sure that hurdle will be passed without any issues.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, I'm sure we have a lot of people who just see us on YouTube
right.
because you don't have to be a subscriber.
And the
to
world
cable.
changes
Yeah.
Right.
all the time.
And I can remember back when they were selling satellite dishes in town, and they advertised that all local channels were on the satellite. And I got a phone call from a man who said, "How do I get Channel 7 at the time on the satellite?" And I said, "You can't." Oh, he says, "Oh, I'm in trouble with my wife." He said, "Well, the salesman said I got all my local channels," and in his mind that included 7. But no, it doesn't.
That was
it's local.
4, 5, and 12.
Yeah,
probably,
right.
yeah.
So,
2, 4.
but I'd like to thank everybody. And there are some people that are no longer with us that deserve special recognition. And I really think of Marianne Otto.
Marianne,
Uh,
yes, definitely.
She put up with me at her front desk daily. And I can't say what she's referred to me as, but it was blank disturber. You can fill in the blank. But I remember, I knew that she had such an outgoing personality that she would be great to do the What's New show. And so I talked to her for a long
Long
time
time, yeah.
before she finally did it. And it did turn out to be, that was a great person to launch the program.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it was, for sure.
She was.
So many happy years to you guys.
Well, thank you.
As the
It's
future
been
goes.
quite a few years, too.
And I'll be watching
Good.
Oh, boy.
and enjoying. And,
And calling in?
Yeah,
I'm-
call
I'm-
us, because Pat's not here to
Well,
call
the
us
trouble is,
anymore.
at that time of day,
Oh, you're.
I'm asleep.
You're
that's right.
asleep. You're gonna be watching YouTube. You're gonna be
At that
watching
time, it's 6
YouTube.
o'clock, folks.
Oh, wow.
It's worse than when I was a kid. But, yeah, it's early. But, yeah, I do watch on YouTube and enjoy it a whole lot. So thank you for working with me and for all that you do for the TV station.
Well, you guys are-
I appreciate that. Now, I see our board members are here. I'm not sure exactly why.
You know what? That's a good segue as any.
But I thank you guys for putting up with me. I know some of you have really had to put up with a lot because you've been here since the beginning. So I have no ill feelings toward anyone, anywhere here. You're all great people, and I thank you for dealing and for putting up with me. I appreciate all that you've done to support me over the years.
Well, Don, we appreciate you too, and that's why we're all here today.
That's Charles behind the camera, folks. He's one of those faces you never see on TV.
Oh, I'm going to be on TV. I just got to make sure to get the camera.
Uh-oh, should I rise to the occasion? Oh my goodness gracious.
And now it's been quite a pleasure working with you. And here's your plaque.
Oh my goodness. Oh, look at these pictures they found, Linda.
Oh, they got pictures?
And
Yeah.
the thing we want to say is, let's see, SteGenTV 990 and 991 and the community wish to express our deep appreciation that your professional leadership has and talent has been a rewarding to our viewers and listeners across the county and states. You do get in the states too.
Oh, yeah, YouTube goes worldwide, yeah.
Our growth under your direction and service has been a benefit to us all.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that giving. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well,
And really, we ought to get you, the board ought to get all around me. On
Yeah.
one side. Come on there.
Yeah, surround him so he can hold his picture. Charlie, you need to stay there.
No, he's gonna try and resume and focus and, I said, I don't want to block anybody. Nobody stands behind me.
So yay, you guys. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you for all your service, Don.
Yes.
You guys have been on my Facebook page. You know, it's too bad you didn't get some of those pictures from the videos where my hair was long. Yeah, and some of those old videos, you know, I can remember we were videoing the ribbon cutting ceremony for the community center. Remember that? And the fellow who was behind the camera was Bob McCall. Remember Bob McCall? He was the extension specialist here in town. But he didn't like me getting on camera.
Because you had long hair?
No, because I was just in the way, I guess. But I was working for the TV, for the radio station and sometimes news, and so I was taking pictures. So I had to get up close. We had one of those old digital cameras. One of the first ones that used the floppy disk. Anybody remember those?
Yes.
And there was a Sony, and you had to get close. The zoom was no good at all. So, and he would say on the camera, "Don, get out of there." It was annoying to me at the time, but now it's just funny, you know? It's just funny. So, at any rate, thank you so much for this. This will have a treasured place somewhere in my bedroom, in my living room.
the reason we did this was the mics, because he's always talking, right? And he needs to talk. Curious.
Well, that's what Linda says, and I'll relate a cute thing that happened to us. We were at the is it Dollar General?
Yeah.
In their aisle where they had all the natural herbal remedies, and one of them was something called black goatweed. You know what that? You know, H word. Well,
Yes.
what? And I thought, and I said out loud, I read it because I wouldn't know what it was. What's this H? Goatweed? No? Goatweed? Okay. And she said, oh no. And a voice on the other aisle said, boy, you guys have the cutest. No, she said, probably just what it says, Don. So we came around the corner and the lady looked at us and said, you guys have the cutest conversations. She's always telling me to hush because my voice carries. And people hear me when I don't think they're hearing me. So
You have a radio and a television voice.
I guess so. I guess so.
Yes, you do.
But yeah,
It's a natural.
thank you so much. Thank you, and thank you to the community. I guess that's what I really need to say thank you to, is thank you to the community, because it's really been a pleasure serving you, the viewers, over these many, many years. And it's a great deal of satisfaction, personal satisfaction, to be able to be of service to the community in that way. And I thank the community for their support of our TV station, which, by the way, needs donations. That's how they stay on the air. So thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You better be watching out for skunks.
Oh, there's a story. I should have told this story. But back, there was a day when I went up there, and I'm unlocking the door, and I feel something rubbing against my leg, and it was like a cat does. You know how cats?
Yes.
It was
Well, I
a
looked down, and
skunk.
it was a skunk.
Oh my gosh,
The skunk
Don.
rubbed up against my leg.
Oh my gosh.
And I didn't jump or anything. I was very calm. I said, hi there. And then he took off waddling across the yard. And I didn't get sprayed.